Welcome back, Anuki TV viewer. I am Anuki, and whew, it's turned out to be a hot night. This is the third game that I'll be doing this evening or morning or whatever frickin' time it is. It's a 5v5 this time on the 6v6 map Dubovka, and I love this map. I've had so many memorable memories around this little church building on the island. But you know, new faces today. Not Laubox, we know Laubox. To the right of him, though, we have Archeal, or Archeal, I'm not sure. New face for him. Medan greeted me very nicely. I can't remember what he said, though, now. To the right of him, we have Triumph, who is like the super boss of the hyperworld. And Volt Altfriedenberg, because apparently, you know, E's and Freeze are just so easily mixed up. I don't understand. Nevertheless, that's not important. Names are not important. It's how you fight, although I do like a good name. Who shall be the first person to encounter thy enemy? Von Altenburg, sending one guy to capture the flag as his sole duty and purpose in life. And we have Shooter, double O's not unusual, bringing up the Cabell car. He's managed to capture all of these approaching infantry just on the water, so he managed to get quite a few kills. But he's having to move back as he's captured in the grasp of two players on the opposite side of that river. Voldemortenberg moving up. Well, just one infantry. Maybe he's going to lurk around and scout. Definitely, you know, if you can get that early game and move an infantryman round the back of them, you can gain some valuable intel. Nonetheless, on this left-hand side, the Laubox is pushing up onto this zone. There's a bit of firing from the trenches from Fellis the Idiot as they Laubox's infantry enters that zone. You can see the firing as soon as it gets on the outer ring. This area very concerning. There's, I think, Archeal is meant to be there. Perhaps he intends to defend that area with his spiritual pressure, or perhaps it's far more likely that he's forgotten his job. Nonetheless, there's fighting happening just outside this church. It doesn't seem like anyone's claimed the church. Just battling happening on the right-hand side. Usually there's a little bit on the left-hand side of that church, but it appears that there's no one there. Nootany moving up. He's just taking clear advantage of the lack of crap in the area. But let's not point the blame entirely his way. He does have 4 teammates, which should also be looking at the map. Possibly pinging that area, saying, oh my god, why is there nothing here? Who is meant to be here? On this right hand side for the German forces, this is a USA versus Germany match. I always forget to give proper introductions, but we have Scorpion hiding behind the sandbags of a machine gun. I'm just looking down all these flag points, which are neutral. There's only one captured so far. This middle one keeps going back and forth. We have some armor on the field from Triumph, a little Stuart tank blasting its way, just blasting into that zone, trying to force them to stop capping the zone. It looks like we had a little bit of back capping as well here. Horrible accident for Team America. Yeah! I'm not going to try and swear. Fellis the Idiot dealing with some of Laubox's troops on that far left-hand point all the way back. Laubox... I'm just going to fucking predict this right now, and I said I wasn't going to swear and I did. Anyway, he's so going to have half-tracks in that area. He is so running half-tracks into that zone. I know it now. Just browsing down this area now, it seems like this middle flag point is still not deciding who it likes most. A Stuart tank from Triumph decides to move in a little closer, needs to beware. I definitely see some Panzer IIIs coming out, especially from the Epic dudes. They seem to love that type of build. They get infantry and then save up for a Panzer III, and it works really well. The Stuart tank is now backing up. I can see a little red triangle on my map, and I'm turning my map. You can see Nootany with a Panzer III on that far left-hand side. But is that the only Panzer III out there? We're not sure. It seems there's another red triangle on the map. And yeah, from Scorpion. So both Epic guys getting the Panzer III. Maybe you should try this when you play Germans. Maybe just do exactly what they do and see if you can maybe mix it up a bit. You know, in other games we see everyone has like specific builds. Maybe give that a try, see what happens. Although I much prefer having crazy builds, crazy ideas myself. sometimes. I think I remember CG having this discussion last night as this Panzer III charges head-on first into the zone. It's very forward positioning. It could get hit from the side, although the trenches covering it right now. No, Scorpion, don't freaking drop out. That's the worst time ever, and I'll try and remember what I was saying about CG right now. That's right. People like laying awake in night or trying to fall asleep, and they're thinking Men of War strategies in their head, and it seems like this game is returning. Yes, it's back. Ooh, saved by the bell. Medan has finally poured enough guys to capture this island point, although he is being helped by Triumph and possibly Archeol. I'm still not quite sure where he is on the map. Nonetheless, the fighting still continues, and now on the left-hand side, Thompson Nagant, a new player to Anuki TV, is piling sandbags just in the water, facing towards the middle. Nuotany with his Panzer III is firing this freaking awesome position with just bullets splattering in the water. Look cool. Scorpion moving his Panzer III on the right-hand side, facing all these sandbags, and we got an infantryman running up to the side armor of the Panzer III, but he gets gunned down. Not by the Panzer III though, by possibly just a machine gunner behind the sandbag. Panzer III backs up a little bit, feeling just a bit uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Thompson, Nagant and Nuotany working close together. We've got a Shafi here for Archeol. Blasting through the front armor is possibly not the best idea. Nuotany using the terrain to hide behind. He pops out as soon as that Shafi's fired, and Hull destroys it in one go. Nice work, Nuotany. I think Archeol may have underestimated his opponent, considering he's not full retard. Yes, there are some amazing players here tonight, so the last thing you want to do is underestimate them by not spawning any units and then dying horribly, like a coward. Shotta approaches with a 2-2-2, and a lot of infantry troops on that central position just eat a grenade from Medan. This 2-2-2 seems a little uncontested. No Stuart tank, that got destroyed. No Shafi, that also got destroyed. Any infantry maybe? No, they're getting destroyed. It seems like Shotta's just managed to precisely time this at the right moment. This has dealt a huge blow to the American forces, and therefore the world. Triumph and Medan are going to have a hard time reclaiming that area. They've got to spawn troops and get it back, but on this left-hand side with Nuotany and what's his face? Thompson Nagant, that's it. Remember, there's 10 players here. I have to freaking remember them all. They've managed to neutralize that zone on the left-hand side. Laubox doesn't seem too concerned. He's trying to put pressure further up on the field. Von Altenburg has brought a heavy AT gun to that right-hand side. There was a Panzer III around here, but it's retreated back into the fog of war. I see no corpses around, so it's still lurking there. It's definitely still lurking there. We have more front sandbags just across the river. No guys to be seen there, though. As I scroll across the battlefield to the other side of this area, we've got more 2-2-2 action, trying to keep this zone from being captured. What a mean person you are, Shu double tier, and finally your hull gets destroyed. You deserved that, bro. Trying to take a man's territory. Oh god, shame on you. Triumph casually approaching this sandbag line. Casually getting gunned down by a Flak 38. And what a surprise! Who owns that Flak 38? It's Shu double tier. Of course, yeah. Bringing goddamn destruction to the world. Ah, you die again. Yeah, bro. I have nothing against you. You just seem a little bit evil. A little bit German, maybe. Although I'm not sure if Germans are evil. Although I know a German that is kind of evil. He makes me play StarCraft with him, and on top of that, Germany's holding that Gamescom convention crap that I don't follow. And then they dub stuff in German, apparently, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I just don't give a damn about. Coming back to the game, though, I'm sorry, it's been a long night. I'm losing my mind once again. Triumph is getting, I suppose, owned is the word. He did neutralize that zone. He did neutralize a few of the stationary defenses there. But still, nonetheless, he doesn't have that zone, and currently the Germans have such a foothold right down that center of the map. It's going to be interesting to see how the Americans come up with a solution to this problem, because I'm not seeing it right now. they're going to have to do some sneaky freaking awesome stuff to get this to turn into a victory for them. So Medan brings some infantry behind these partially destroyed sandbag line. They're already being fired on though. Definitely not enough guys there to do an assault. And Laubox has his half-track. He also has an M18 Hellcat. This tank is quite capable of destroying a lot of tanks if it uses its speed to its advantage. I think he's waiting on a good timing. There's a Fellas the Idiot with his own half-track in the back delivering a pack to the front lines. And I think Laubox is going to go for it. He's going to try and destroy that before that thing sets up, maybe even steal it. He's firing into the half-track. Got to get rid of that gunner on top. That will be such a huge advantage. Damaging the engine already, not going to be able to move. That Pack 40 is going to drive right in front of it. There's no guys on it. And Fellas the Idiot, seems like he wanted direct control and just started gunning like crazy in front of it. But you can't turn that huge gun on top of the half-track around. Laubox. He tries to steal the pack and reverses it into the half-track, which disconnects it. But he's got it, and is he going to get away with it, though? He seems to be gunning some infantry. There appears to be no one around to stop him. Oh, bloody hell, he's got away with it. Oh, what a really good, giddy, cheerio, tally pip. I'm honestly not sure where the pirate yar came from. That's definitely not British, though, but never mind. Thompson Nagant with a 222. Is that? No, this is his second 222. As he charges down the back line, just gunning down. Trigger happy he be. He manages to nail a half-track in the water, though. There is an M-tank destroyer, also known as the Wolverine, back here. And I think the 222 escaped that. The hull destroyed and lovely explosions from the half-track in the water. Yum, yum, yum for my Ton von Altenburg, also with his own half-track, and we can see that Panzer III poking around. That Wolverine tank already appears to be blasting shots. No, it is the AT gun. My mistake. The AT gun now must traverse a deadly terrain over grass and more green grassery and reaches its final destination. It sits down and hunts its prey, but it's freaking out of line of sight. Oh, come on, von Altenburg, I set you up decent there. It looks like the Wolverine tank's also firing, but we have burning, and I'm so glad I was scrolling past this, because I love freaking crocodile tanks. Already burning this house and the trees. Hull destroyed, though. The epic tale of the Sherman crocodile that won the entire game ends so short. Medan, I thought you were such a nice guy, but I just don't love you anymore. After that, you've broken my heart by destroying a Sherman. We have a Tiger. Nowotny being very forward with that Tiger, entering pretty much enemy territory. They've not really claimed a foothold on this side of the island. And I was just checking to see if Laubox was going to reposition his Hellcat to get a good side shot. But notice as he does that, he was still trying to claim that territory, at least decap it. So far, everyone on Team America, yeah, still not going to swear, it's just having a really hard time. We've got grenades popping off, we've got many guys hiding behind a sandbag, and seriously, even though this is supported by a Wolverine, this isn't exactly the kind of infantry supporting tank-like combination. I rarely see a Wolverine teamed with infantry. The idea is you bring up a tank that has excellent anti-infantry capability, and you move forward with the infantry, and your tank helps you clear out the infantry as well as the other tanks if possible. Scorpion bringing around a Panzer III. I think one of his teammates may have freaking forgot to tell him there's a Wolverine in the river. Scorpion should have brought silver armor penetrating rounds. Everyone knows a Wolverine requires